guys, welcome back. It's another month, which means we have another maker challenge. So this month, I was thinking we would all make a box. I think we've all probably made boxes before, so I thought we should make a little bit, or put a little twist on it. So I'm thinking this month, we need to make a useless box.
Ooh.
Okay, so
What
define
the
a
hell
box.
does that mean?
The classic useless box is there's like a switch on the box, right? And you flip the switch, and then something pops out to flip the switch back, which returns it.
I have a great idea already.
The current idea is you open the lid and there's an internal lid that comes up to fill the lid.
Oh,
Space.
I love it.
That's
like
good.
spring powered or something.
That is
That
really good.
Actually,
Dice tower with no opening, dice go in.
dice go in, dice don't go out.
Oh, I just had a really good idea. It's going to be a piggy bank, right? But what you're going to do is you're going to set up an Arduino that for whatever money you put into it, it spends it on something else.
Oh my, there's so many great ideas here, guys.
I literally couldn't think of one. Now that we're talking about it, there's actually quite a few that are fun.
Let's get to making it, and I can't wait to see in a month's time what we all come out with.
See
See
that?
you in a month.
So, for my useless box, I'm going to be making Schrodinger's cat. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, Schrodinger's cat is basically a thought experiment in which a cat is placed in a closed box with some poison. And as long as that box remains closed, the cat can be considered both dead and alive at the same time. This might not make a ton of sense, but it does help to explain uncertainty principles in quantum mechanics. So, here's the box, and what's going to happen is as you open the lid, the eyes are going to spin and land on either the cat being alive or the cat being dead. Taking a closer look at how this all works, we're going to make the bottom of the box transparent so we can see the mechanism inside. There are three main elements to this system. There's a little lever arm, a ratchet, and a flywheel. So as you open up the lid, the lever hits the teeth of the ratchet, which causes it to spin, and since it's connected to the flywheel with a pulley, the wheel spins as well. Looking at the other side of the box, there are a series of magnets as well as one on the bottom of the base, so that the wheel will always stop where one of the eyes are and not in between two positions. So with that, let's get to printing. Here I'm inserting some magnets into the flywheel and printing out the eyes. I was able to salvage some of the hardware that I needed from my spare parts bins. So after 3D printing everything and assembling it all, I'm now realizing that there's just way too much friction in this pulley. The magnets really aren't doing anything because they can't overcome the friction. So back to the drawing board. Okay, so here is the redesigned mechanism. I basically removed the pulley and lengthened the lever arm and added the ratchet directly to the flywheel. I think this will help a lot. Here I am attaching that ratchet to the flywheel, and as you can see, this works much better. There's not much friction at all. I'm adding some acrylic paint to the outside of the box just for a little color. And one last test of the mechanism before we close it all up.
So we're doing the useless box project, and I immediately had a couple of good ideas. This might be my inner child showing through, but Patrick's box from Spongebob Squarepants, the one with the piece of string inside, and SpongeBob freaks out about it, the whole upset, whatever. I want to make that. Just like the show, I'm going to make it so that it has like a false bottom. I'm just going to have it so the glue is the handle for the false bottom, and when you pull that up, there's something hidden down there. So yeah, that's what we're going to go with.
So starting off doing some cross cuts on some cherry. Now we're just going to cut it up the size on the bandsaw. Here we're just doing some cuts for the miter, for the actual edges of the sides.
I cut the wrong side. It was supposed to have the 45 degree on the other side, so it's slanted like this. Long story short, now we're gonna cut it the other way, and now we're gonna do that to all the other ones, so it loses some height. So confident.
And now on to gluing. Just your standard miter joint glue up when you're doing a box like this.
All right, and probably one of the more satisfying parts about doing this is I just cut this 45 on every side. It's actually got a good fit, which I'm very satisfied with. Yeah, let's sand this up again, and then we'll glue it up.
Now I'm correcting height discrepancy on the sides, just so that it's very even when I do the lid. And now rabbiting for the lid.
So I just went with the rabbit on the edges, just to fit it, so it might be a nice little soft fit. Still got to do the false bottom, so let's do that.
Okay, folks, this month's project is a useless box. And frankly, I've been racking my brain for weeks on this project. I don't know what to make. Every design I come up with has some inherent use. So instead of thinking about it, I'm going to 3D print something, and I'm just going to go design something in CAD. So let's get started. Okay, folks, we're going to get started 3D modeling. So we make the base here. And now we're going to make the sides, and we're going to have the matching key so everything slides in together. Now we're going to look at adding a hole so that way we can have a hinge. So we can run a pin through it and everything can lay flat together. We're just extruding that, then we're going to do that on all 4 sides of the base. Then once we're done putting all sides into the base, we're going to do that into the side. I realized it would actually be quicker to delete the other 3, do it on 1, and then make that pattern happen again to make all 4. And then we're going to make the lid. And as you see here, we're actually making a lid with a section protruding out of it, so that will fill the box once it's full, making it useless. Now we're getting ready for the 3D printing portion of it. So I have a couple of printers, so we just had to select the right one. So we adjusted the scale, we adjusted the settings, and now we're going to print it. Now it's all made, so we're going to assemble. I actually didn't utilize that pinhole that I made because that actually would make it easier to use. And now it's kind of sharp and difficult to put together. What a useless box.
So I'm part of this makerspace called Tinkermill, which is awesome. I get access to all of these woodshop tools and all of these crazy things that I would never be able to afford on my own. My original plan was to make a sliding dovetail box that would have about 3 diagonal dovetails. I can't do that right now. I am just not good enough at woodworking to be able to do that by hand or to do that with basic power tools. So I am actually going to pivot a little bit. I'm going to do this all by hand, and I'm going to do the best box I can. We'll see how it goes. So admittedly, I am a complete novice when it comes to making dovetails, but thankfully I do have access to a bandsaw, so I'm going to use that for most of the heavy lifting on this project. There's a lot of guess and check to make sure that the fit is going to be somewhat okay. And to make this box completely useless, I'm going to glue this together so that it can never come apart again. The secret to all of my successes is a good combination of sawdust, and crazy glue. You can fill cracks and gaps in any of your products. And then with some sanding, it should look pretty good in the end.
Hey guys, so it's been a month and I can't wait to see what everyone has come up with. So for my useless box, there is kind of a use to it. The use is to know whether a cat is alive or dead.
God fucking damn it.
Wait, so every time you open and close it, it changes it?
Basically, I have a wheel, and around the wheel there's like 6 different, either like cross-eyed to show that it's dead, or just dots to show that it's alive. And then I have like magnets inside the wheel at each one of those 6 spots. Like the hinge on the back
Oh, pushes it.
is offset, so it actually like hits a little ratchet.
That is awesome.
Very nice.
Very smart.
It's not super useful, but
Well,
Damn,
its use
dead.
is if you need a binary yes or no to something.
it is more fun than flipping a coin.
Yeah, much.
Is it 50-50 though?
So we need about 1,000 trials.
Right. First one, dead.
Hmm.
Second one, alive. 1,000, alive.
Alive.
Ooh, we got 501 for alive, 4 and a 4.
We need a linear regression.
All right. I was actually very excited for this one because I had a great idea from a cartoon that we all grew up watching, SpongeBob SquarePants, Patrick's Secret Box.
Good thing he didn't pull the secret string opening the secret compartment of my secret box.
Functional lid with the string.
Pull the string.
Pull the string.
Pull the string.
So it does pop out, and you can. So mine
Where's
inherently
the-
does have some.
Where
use.
is
Where's the
it?
photo?
I was actually looking through a lot of the photos that we took from like when we did Secret Santa and all that stuff, and I was going to include one. I ended up just forgetting. Made out of.
Hunter, beautiful execution, but that is an inherently useful box.
I can't make Patrick's secret box and not have the secret apartment. I had to do it.
Yeah.
All right, YouTube community, let us know in the comments, useful or useless.
Useful.
it's-
Useful.
I think it's great.
My first thing that I need to say about this project is I hate it. It was awful. I don't ever want to do this one again. And not because I'm not up to the challenge, but because I did not know how hard it would be to design a useless box. So I spent a lot of time thinking about it, and then I realized I was thinking far too hard. And the best useless box is something very simple and just awful to interact with. So it is unimpressively simple. It is simply a box. However, I made sure to do little to no work to it. The edges are sharp. You don't want to handle it. It is very difficult to put together, and you need a tool to take it apart. So we're going to open it now, and then it's filled. It's filled when it's all put together. So you can't even put anything into it.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty useless.
I think as an engineer, it's pretty hard to create something without a purpose.
Efficiency, usefulness, all that stuff.
I love functional design, and this is I would pay money to never touch this again.
I too had the same problem with Mikey. So what I decided was I will make a box that is small enough that it is useless because, well, you can't put anything in or on it. But I did take a little bit of time to try a technique that I embarrassingly have not done before. So reveal.
Ooh.
Oh, it's just a duck. Nice.
Dovetail box.
Dovetail box. This
Yeah.
is my first ever dovetail.
Wow.
It is oblong. It is not exactly picture perfect, but I like it.
Hey man, if it fits in there, you did the dovetail.
The first one where it slotted in, I was like, "Ugh."
Is it completely solid because of the dovetail?
So I did drill a small hole in the top of the dovetail, so there is a potential space. However, it is glued to make it more useless because now you can't open it or use it.
I love that.
So I love seeing everyone be like super creative and think outside of the box with this one. Awesome
Yeah.
job, guys. We'll see you next one.